now, welcome to the Great Cigar and Pipe Show. Presented by Hiram and Solomon Cigars, the Oliva Cigar Family, and the J.C. Newman Cigar Company. Coming to you live from the Corona Cigar Company studios.
Hey, welcome everybody to another fantastic show tonight. And look who is here. Yes, look at him closely, folks. This is not AI. This is KJ. Kyle Gesso right in the house.
What's up, everyone?
Absolutely. Coming to visit the old man
for
himself.
one night and one night only.
This is a one night only appearance.
That's it.
And because Kyle transported himself there, Bob actually said he's going to take the night off. I don't know what's ailing him, but he's out sick. He sent a note via his mama, which is his wife, Mary, saying that he's out sick today. So he could not make the long, arduous journey, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, to Daytona.
Hang out with you.
He had to get the note from the principal to let him know that he's going to miss class today.
You know what? He knew better, because tonight it's all about the ladies. Tonight they kind of take over the show, and we sit back, relax, and enjoy the information, which we don't do often enough. We're too busy bullshitting, actually. That's part of the problem that we do have. But I'm excited. I do feel a little lonely here. I understand what Ronnie feels like now.
Thank you. It sucks, doesn't it?
It's weird. It's a weird thing. I didn't put up the green screen. I figured I'd showcase my lanai tonight. That's what I thought. You know, and plus I'm wearing my very cool Crown Heads baseball cap right there. Yeah. And I love this cap, by the way, and I'll tell you why. It has nice raised lettering, so that there's a nice embossed embroidery on it.
Yeah,
very, very cool. Very cool. Very cool. And their cigars are great. So listen, it's not just about the swag, it's about the cigars, folks. So we're going to learn more about Crowned Heads tonight.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, we are. We're going to have a great time.
You think we should bring
but it is ladies night, everybody.
Let's bring them on, because before we go to our sponsors, let's do this. And we don't call them sponsors anymore. Before we go to our friends. And there they are. Wait a minute. Jara's incognito.
You can't even see her. You can't see her. Where's Jara at? I can't see her.
There she is.
I still can't see her. I don't know where she's at.
It must be very sunny there.
Look for the eyes. The eyes says it all.
I can't see anything. It's just...
Listen, we need.
Who's talking? I can't hear.
Yeah, we need to talk about this question that was just asked, and I think Kathy's going to be with me about questioning the question when Frank said, "Should we bring them on?"
I caught that, Jara. But here's the thing: without us, this is no show tonight.
That's right.
Oh, forget about it. Hey,
Just
ladies,
saying.
You know. And as you can
That's why I
see,
wore
there's
this.
Jara and Kathy there.
Yeah.
These are the ladies of the evening.
Yeah.
Oh, the ladies of the evening.
Wow. No response. But look at Kathy's face. She got it.
Okay.
You know, if you weren't my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Forget
I wore
about
this
it.
so that they wouldn't see that swift kick in the ass that's coming.
Oh, I felt it already. Ow, I felt it again.
Yes,
Jesus.
yes.
Slow down. Will you?
He's still. I hear
kind of like
Jara's
it, though.
voice.
Keep going. I kind of like
it. Hey, there's a dog, but I don't see Jara yet.
Oh, wait a minute.
Don't make me sick Snoop Dogg on you.
Yeah. Give her a break. She's busting her ass doing this event, guys. Come on.
All right, we won't bother her no more, okay? Go ahead, lady.
Or
take
no
over.
less.
Anyway, folks, yes, it is ladies' night. As you can see, our co-host has a wonderful guest this evening. We are really excited to have her on board, and we're going to have some great smokes, and we're going to really have a good time. So everybody hit the share button. Let's get the ladies out if you can.
We're just going to sit back here and do
nothing.
Are.
We're going to sit there, and
they're going to do all
We're going to sit back and look as dumb as we feel.
Yes.
I don't even know why you're here, frankly.
Well, ask a lot of questions and we'll bring them up to you too, okay?
Well, listen, the whole point, of every ladies' month, it comes around only once a month, and we do.
It always comes around once a month, doesn't it?
We all know that. We all know that it comes once a month, yes.
I'm not even drinking yet.
Anybody want a Bloody Mary?
Oh, that's a little chunky.
I was trying to do a really nice entree, but you guys screwed it up, so I'm going to start all over.
Okay.
Every month, when we do ladies' night, the whole point that Jared and I look for is interesting, exciting guests that we know have a story to tell, that whether it's their past, their present, or their future. And as we continue on this great journey, the guests get more and more exciting. And it almost seems like these are Renaissance women, if you will. And I include Jared in that because she has a pretty damn interesting lineage as well, and all the things that she does.
True.
So I'm really excited to bring on our newest guest. We had a conversation about, I guess it was a month ago. And I honestly didn't want to get off the phone with her. So I really would like to waste no time in bringing on Belkis Sanchez. And I will give her a better introduction when you bring her on.
Well, when we come back from our friends who happen to just be sponsors. So when we come back, folks, hit the share button and we'll be right back.
There you go.
At Norwood Royal Cigars, we have the biggest walk-in humidor in the Midwest. Our 1,500 square foot humidor is home to almost 4,000 different cigars that will meet the need of any cigar enthusiast. We have boutique blends to the more traditional selections and everything in between. From the novice beginner to the aficionado, the knowledgeable staff at NRC will find the perfect cigar for you. Located on the northwest side of Chicago, we want to be your shop for all your cigar wants and needs. As always, at Norwood Royal Cigars, light it, smoke it, love it.
Experience the magic of Rockefeller cigars today. With 11 years steeped in tradition, passion, and mystery of the leaf, Rockefeller has a cigar just for you. Be like the greatest magicians and make Rockefeller cigars appear in your lineup with any of our 4 lines: the Nicaraguan, the Dominican Blue, the Vintage Gold, and our new LE, The Art of Magic.
Cigar in the Bottle is 2 palate-pleasing gifts in 1. A specially blended Grand Palmier XS VSOP Cognac is elegantly contained in patented numbered bottles. Winner of back-to-back-to-back-to-back medals at the LA Spirits Awards, Cigar in the Bottle inventor Forbidden Johnny teams up with Vartan and Hendrik Kellner for this custom-blended Vartan Reserva cigar, well-preserved in a hand-blown glass chamber featuring Boveda 2-way humidification.
All begins at the very first climate-controlled Rodriguez Olivan cigar factory located in the Dominican Republic. Our 2 major brands include Don Olivan, which are boutique cigars suited for that individual who takes great pride in something unique. BAMF is our armed forces cigars, designed for that badass mother effer. Not only are you smoking a great premium cigar, a percentage of the proceeds is donated to our heroic men and women in uniform.
And we are back.
Hello, everybody. How we doing? And look, we got another lady to joining us. Kathy, who is this wonderful lady that we
Oh my gosh, I have to tell you, it is my absolute pleasure and honor to introduce a former teacher, a cigar sommelier, the regional manager for Crowned Head Cigars, the creative director for Soto Global Movement, a proud mama, and a Latina life coach. This is Belkis Sanchez, whom I had the pleasure that I cannot even describe of interviewing her prior to this evening. Welcome, Belkis.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now,
I have to say that's amazing. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for coming.
Honey, it's your resume, not mine. And I started to say before the show that, you know, every single time we bring on one of our ladies, the resume gets deeper and more interesting and more well-rounded. And it's just such an honor to meet so many women that have such an impact, not only in the cigar world, but outside of that. You know, it's one thing to be I'm a great teacher or I'm a mom, but you manage to hold it all together and you do it with such panache and style. How do you do it?
Thank you. I ask myself sometimes, like, how? Thank you. Thank you so much. Honestly, it is a true pleasure and honor to be with you guys tonight. And I do apologize again. I should have coordinated better with my neighbor, not to do his yard while I have to be on a podcast. I wanted to honestly smoke.
Give me the address. I'll take care of him right now. Don't worry about it.
Thank you. Thank you. But again, as I said, Kathy, to answer how do we do it? You all ladies know how we do it. We just do it. We put on the makeup, we do the hair, we put on our clothes, our style, and we just keep going. So
yeah,
we don't have that problem, do we, Ron?
You don't even have hair.
We don't have to worry about our shampoo, our conditioners, nothing at all. Nothing.
No.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing.
It really is. And I think
look at Kathy's human head.
Wow.
I can say that.
At least she has a light on today. We could see Kathy.
Yes.
The last one, she was in the darkness. She was like silhouetted.
I'm always in the dark.
Oh. Timmy.
Actually, he got the light for me. But
what a guy.
You know, go ahead, sweetie.
No, I said, Kathy, but you're the light.
Oh,
you bring on the light.
Well, you know, one of the first questions that I think Jerry's asked a lot, I've asked a lot, is how did you get started? What was your cigar journey like? Because for me, it's, you know, I have my story, Jerry has hers. What's yours?
Too much. Oh, it's perfect. Yeah. Now you got no Ronnie. I love it.
Before we had no Kyle, now we had no Ronnie. Slide it over. The other way.
No, the other way. The other way.
We've got a new camera operator here in the studio.
There we go. She's
We're
fired.
working on this.
Yes, fired. Get out of
Fire
here.
the bitch.
Let me.
Thank you,
right
Kyle.
there. Boom.
All right.
We're the two talking heads.
And we're talking about a woman
All right,
here.
now that we just hijacked the whole conversation, I'm sorry.
She said I was number 1 just now. I love it.
It's all good. It's all good. Now we have the angle right.
Yes.
So,
which takes a lot for them. You got to get the fat heads in.
Well, we're working on the lighting. It's just the lighting's just all off. But we'll figure it out.
Go ahead, Belkis. Answer the question before they start again.
Yes. Yes, my love. Got it. Okay. So how did I start? So in 2004, very simple. I was grocery shopping and I see a ad on a magazine and it's a Latina singer, Cuban, and she's posing with a cigar. And I'm like, whoa. Nice. I mean, we're thinking 2004.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yep.
That's 20 years ago.
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Dang.
A lady in a cigar lounge. What? That didn't fly.
Yeah.
So, but I saw and I felt so it was so empowering, like that picture. And I was like, wait. And I remember getting home and I tell my children's dad, I think we're going to start smoking cigars. He's like, what? Like, you're crazy. I'm like, that I know, but let's start something crazy. So we began talking about it. He went to the cigar lounge, of course, because I'm like, oh, I'll go with you. He's like, no, just stay here and I'll go, of course, right? So he gets back, and my first cigar was a Dominican. So I started with a Arturo Fuente cigar. And puffing. My dad was a cigarette smoker, a pipe smoker, a cigar smoker. So he pretty much smoked pretty much everything.
Okay.
But always saw it, but never experienced it. And well, I lighted up. I watched my children's dad lighting up. I'm like, I got this. I can do this. And from then on, we started hosting. I said, no, we have to do something fun. So we included our friends, and we started every Friday doing a wine and cigar pairing.
Okay.
So every couple had to bring 2 bottles of wine, and each of them had to bring a cigar, and it had to be different.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So from then on, we began doing that every Friday. So we would have our own version of cigar pairings, but then we started including food. I'll be like, okay, so this Friday it's at your house. What's the cuisine? Oh, we'll do Cuban, we'll do Italian. So we started again. We were about 6 to sometimes 8 couples, and we would get together. We would get together and do our own cigar pairing. And my journey began there, cigar smoking. Like Kathy said, I was a teacher for 20 years, but always loved. I would go to a cigar lounge back then in 2006. There was I'm from Miami, born and raised. And there was a cigar lounge years back on Lincoln Road that would have music. So it was okay for women to be there, right? Hanging out, dancing, and enjoying drinking and smoking a cigar. So that was my go-to place at that time. Years forward, participated in festivals, and any time that I was able to partake in something, in a class, in a video, watching someone smoking a cigar, for me, it was a topic of conversation. I'd be like, wait, what are you smoking? What region? What this, that intriguing aspect of my soul. So fast forward to 20 years, I did pause for a while because I was doing more mom activities. So birthday parties, and you know how it goes. So cigar smoking wasn't like a thing. It's like, no.
That would be good at a child's birthday party.
Yeah. Hold on. I got a gift for you. Hold on.
Cigars and cake.
Yes. Like, wait, pause. You guys go sing happy birthday. We'll go smoke a cigar.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
I like the idea.
It is. And I will say, now more than ever, people do those things. Like, it'll be a birthday party, and it'll be like adult time, and then the kids will have their time, and it's fantastic. So that's a synopsis.
Go ahead, Jeff.
I have a quick interstitial.
Yes.
So have you always been this decisive, where it's like you just saw something on a magazine and you were like, I'm just going to do that?
Yes.
And that's it?
That's one thing that I am. Once I have my heart in something, I go off for it. Because for me, it's, if I have that heartfelt and I don't do it, it's gonna become a what if. I'll be like, no,
Nice.
no what ifs. I want to try it, and it could be a positive outcome, it could be a negative, but it's okay because it's a part of our journey.
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, the one thing now, we're all smoking a Crowned Head cigars tonight. I'm smoking the Series E, which is a wonderful cigar. I love this cigar. What is everybody else smoking?
I got the Mil Diaz.
Yeah, another great cigar. I love that cigar.
Yeah, that's a
I
great
have
one.
the Coroneta Habano.
Havana.
Very nice. Very nice.
Actually, it's the first time I've had a Crown Head, and I'm really, really enjoying it. It's a nice medium body, really tasty. I don't have the developed palate yet, and I'm very honest about that. But I am
getting there. She's getting there.
I'm getting there. I am. It's taken a long time, but I'm getting the cedar notes. I'm not Joe Gelino. I never taste marzipan. But I do taste the earthy tones, and I'm really, really enjoying it. It's a really nice smoke.
Kyle, Ron, what are you smoking over there?
So I got the Maduro version.
Yes, very nice.
And this one is very much more creamy with the cocoa notes
Look
from
at
the Maduro.
Construction on that.
Oh,
Look at
yeah.
that beautiful
nice
burn.
ash.
Beautiful.
You don't get a better ash than that. I mean,
No.
I don't care who you are.
Unless you're a female.
And then Ronnie's got the
Ossinger box press.
Osgen, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the box. That was
Yeah.
good.
The
We all
box.
chose something different, and we didn't plan that.
No, everybody did their
No.
own thing tonight.
Yeah, because you sent us, by the way, thank you so much. You sent us quite the assortment.
Yes.
yes.
Which
Thank
I was
you.
expecting really one thing when I asked for it, and it was thank you so much. But we do have some really wonderful giveaways. And my husband, when the box came, he's like, "Ooh, what is this? Is this for us?" I'm like, "No."
Oh,
I can assist with that.
Oh.
So that's actually that's a wonderful entree. How did you become the regional ambassador manager for Crowned Heads? How did that evolve?
So, when I started in the industry, so my kids both, my son decided to go to Florida State, and my daughter decided to move in with her boyfriend. So I said, "Oh, wait, now I can do something fun."
for you.
I'm like, wait. Career change? What? Lifestyle? Hold on. Time out. So spoke to dear friends from Cigar Snob magazine, the Calvinos, the brother and the sister. And I said, hey, if something comes up, because this is happening in my life, and it would be really cool to enter the industry.
Mhm.
They're like, oh, okay. So then I found out about Fuente de Yopa Sex Society.
Mhm.
So I began with the accessories. So from Fuente, I also had the great pleasure of working with Eli Blue, with
Mhm.
Mike Reynolds and his team, which anything for them, honestly, and has
High-end,
been amazing.
beautiful.
Yes, Eli Blue, amazing. And then I said, I would love to gain the experience from the cigar side, because even though the accessories and the cigars do complement each other, but they do run very differently.
Yes.
So how I say, an accessory is like jewelry.
Yeah.
So we have a piece of artwork and we display it when we have our cigar experience, when we gather together. I always say the story of the scissors. Some people, they would ask me there, but you don't carry the scissors around. I'm like, oh yes, I do. If it's in my purse, oh, I'm carrying those scissors. I'm carrying the scissors. Yeah, but like, what do you do with it? What do I do with it? I display it on my table. So
Mhm.
as we do as women, right? We'll place our purse, we'll place our things, we place our lighter, we place our cutter. And it's the same thing. It's an accent and a detail to our smoking experience.
True.
But cigars, the platform is definitely different, and cigars is consumables. And I always remember Tim Osgener, his dad. He says a story about his father that I can't imitate Tim's dad like he does, but like he says, humidors are not smokable, right?
That's
It's
true.
Like you can't smoke them, but cigars you can. So it is a consumable, and it is approached differently. We don't buy accessories every day, but we definitely can buy cigars every day.
Yes.
True.
Yes.
But the point, that's a really interesting point about the comparison, because for women, and you're right, when I have a Prada bag or a Gucci bag or a Louis bag, it is a symbol. And
yes,
What the?
What was
that?
Stupid's mad
Her
at me.
stomach was growling.
Wow.
Her stomach was growling. She's hungry.
Holy cow. I thought there was a bear on here.
Sorry about that.
No, it's
thanks
all
for
right.
breaking the conversation.
That was Snoopy.
You know what? I think Snoop was reacting to all of those high-end Gucci, Fendi bag things. I think Snoop is looking for like a nice,
Bone.
choker, and
Yeah.
nice.
Those items are not in my house.
But if I said an AR or a Kalashnikov, whatever you call it, you would know what I was talking about.
I would. That's all your purses, turn them into guns, and that's what I got.
No, so here's the difference. Belkis and I go and we put down our Prada bags.
Yes.
Jared puts down her Glock.
Right.
I like the Glock.
And that makes
better.
We gotta know who means violent business at the table and who means business at the table.
Well, and that's why I like sitting next to you wherever we go.
I will admit, I'll put down my Smith & Wesson. It was
All right, Jared, change the
So
conversation. Let's go.
I got you.
Leave the gun. Take the cannoli. Come
We
on.
got each other.
But, no, you make a really good point, though, Kath. Accessories for women is very different than for guys. Like guys, we don't have purses, so whatever we carry, we have limited space in our pocket.
Cargo shorts.
You got to have cargo shorts. You got to have all room for all of that.
Yeah.
We're lucky if we show up with a cutter and a lighter, we're good to go. That's about as far as we go. But it's really it's very interesting to hear that side of the business, because
but you know what, the cigar accessory industry has been changing a lot. So I mean,
it has.
Now you're seeing, guys and girls come into the cigar lounge. They have their personalized mini humidors that they have. They have these elaborate cutters and lighters at the so I mean, just like you're putting purses and stuff on display, now we're at a table, but we're putting our cigar accessories on display. Right. Hey, look at all my neat stuff, come play with me. It's
easy, Kyle, easy.
We don't want to play with you, Kyle, trust me. What do you got there, Jara?
I got that baller cutter with me all the time. I get so many compliments.
Damn it, I want that.
Because she's a baller.
Because she is a baller.
And you're absolutely right. I mean, this is a whole different game for women who smoke, and I don't know that that's a point that's ever been made on this podcast.
And it's even cooler when you bring out the humidimeter with it too, because then people look at that humidimeter and they're like, "What the hell is that?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm checking my cigars. Look, check this out.
And
I got to make sure."
It can double as a weapon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, Jara, always thinking of what is it? Was it murder, kill, BTK?
Yeah,
right in the jugular. Gotcha.
We kill everybody, but I always have a plan to kill them. And this thing, you can get a finger in there. You get a finger in there real good.
Oh, you can.
Sometimes
yes, you
other
can.
Stuff, if they're not down.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, accessories in the cigar world have been changing, because you got all these things. Like, I even remember a couple of years ago when we were at the Cedar Creek, Jara, and you bought the what looked like a lipstick, but it was the nubber. It was a cigar holder.
Yes. Oh, you're right. The number. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the weapons. All weapons.
Can I tell you how many times I've gotten that on my carry-on in the airport?
Oh. Well, it's under 4 inches, so you're fine.
Take over my.
Are you talking
Sorry
about
to hear that,
again?
Kyle.
Are you talking about Ronnie again?
Hey. Did he say inch or feet? I didn't hear him.
Hey, Ronnie, wake up. You're dreaming again.
Take over my plane. I'm going to make you a pirate.
Belky, you see the abuse I get from family?
Oh my God. Poor thing.
Thank you. You see, even Belky says I'm poor.
I don't know if Kathy warned you about me, but here we are.
I love it. Honestly, I love it.
No.
So, the amazing thing about the cigar, going back to the cigar again, is that it's an expression also for that person who's smoking it, right? Because you're always going to get asked, especially when you're at a lounge, what are you smoking? So sharing that with somebody is part of the pleasure of being at a lounge, because then it strikes up conversation, and now you're already breaking down any barriers that may have existed prior to you sitting down there. So the cigar is the ultimate, I think, equalizer in society, because it brings us all together in a way that mostly, you know, society is a mess. But when you're in a lounge, it really isn't. It reminds you that people are actually good. You know,
and your accessories are also a differentiator.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's a girly thing, Jera. I get it. I know it's not your thing, but it is you know, you have your, like, that baller that you have. That's a conversation piece.
Right.
No, my little poker thing is red.
Oh, that's true. Okay, I got you.
I can be stylish.
You are stylish. I have seen you very stylish.
She's wearing camo. I mean, she's styling.
If we're honest,
we're in the green tonight.
Clearly, I need help.
That's right.
So now,
identify as.
Yeah, exactly. So now, as a regional manager for Crown Heads, how long have you been doing that now?
So I actually jumped on board in mid-February.
Yes,
I knew.
it's not that
So
long.
recently, no.
Right.
No.
Okay.
No.
Now,
so
do
my
you run
cigar
into-
experience is from.
No, keep going.
No, I said that my cigar experience, it's really from my lifestyle. So
Yeah.
Right.
from the years that I've smoked cigars. Go ahead, my love. I'm sorry.
No. This is your night. My question was, do you run into a lot of your competitor sales representatives from the opposite sex? And
Oh, yeah.
I'm curious to see or to know how you are treated. You don't have to mention names. I'm just very curious about that.
No, and I won't mention names, but I will say the majority. And when I'm talking about the majority, I'm going to say 98%. They are amazing. Amazing. I walk in and I see them. But one of the key things, at least for me personally, is I won't treat them as competitor. For me, it's kind of like a candy store, right? There are so many candies, right? Aren't there so many brands of candies? And at the end of the day, each cigar is going to connect with someone.
Yes.
Right.
So having all of these companies and people and reps, and so I don't see it as a competition. For me, it's another option. So again, the reps, they are amazing. It's a minute that will feel, which happens. Oh, in the humidor, this is war. And I said,
Well, I'm glad she said she's carrying something in that purse.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful thing.
oh, for sure. I was like, excuse me? War. I'm like, I think it's war by yourself.
All that.
I don't fight. This for me is a candy store and options for our customers. That's it.
Right.
And again, it's like a handful, and I have extra fingers left over. The rest of them, I have to say, and I love them, I respect them, I honor them, because it is a special way of doing it. I don't want to use the word hustle, but sort of.
Yeah.
It's a different game. It's a different type of approach, right? When it comes to the cigar industry. But I choose to see it as artwork, because we all have our own style.
True.
We all have our own design on approaching, on how we connect with consumers, how we connect with retailers. And on the other side, Kathy, and maybe I'm jumping a little bit,
No, jump.
but not only the reps, but the retailers. There have been people that will tell you, or will tell me, oh no, this retailer is a little difficult. And I always say, leave it to me. because we all exchange different types of energies.
Right.
Right,
Yes,
that's right.
yes.
And you and Smith and Wesson are going to go into that retail.
And it's going to make an impact.
Oh, yes. A big hole somewhere.
A big hole, yeah.
Yeah,
Have a little assistant in your purse.
exactly. Yes. Yes.
Now, do you find that since you're a regional sales manager, you must have direct reports to you, people who report to you as the manager? Is it? Do you find it having that educational background really extremely helpful in how you manage the people who report to you?
Absolutely. Not only my education background, but also my life coaching
Right.
experience.
Mhm.
It allows me to connect with people in a very different way.
Right.
So I see people not by their title, but by who they are and what they're bringing to the table at that moment, or what they're feeling. I'm a very emotional person, and I'll admit it, even with my Smith and Wesson. But I will connect with people, and I am a huge empathetic soul. So I always have that empathy very on my sleeves, right? So very present. So I connect with people and I allow them to speak and I listen. And so actually both my education and my life coaching background helps a lot.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that that's probably some of the reasons why they put you in this position. And I want to talk a little bit more about your life coaching business and how maybe you approach that with a cigar. So do you just carry some cigars around with you and then you just kind of hand them to somebody and go, here, have a smoke and let's talk about how to get your shit together?
You just gave me an idea.
I like that approach, Sarah.
I'm just saying.
I'd pay to go see that life coach.
Yep.
Yes.
Kyle, you
Yes.
pay for everything.
Shush.
Oh, whoa.
Shut
Kathy
your
with the
mouth
low-
up there.
Lola.
Whoa.
Lola.
As a matter of fact, I think you should do an entire rebranding of your business because I don't know what it's called yet, but I think it should be Smoke and Get Your Shit Together.
I
That
really
would
like
be the
that.
very direct road. I
I don't
think
know if you're up for it, but I'm just spitballing here.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love it. Honestly, I love it.
it could be a
I
session.
love-
It could definitely be a
Yeah.
session.
Yeah, for sure.
And you could have Jared and I on your
workshop.
panel.
It could be a TED Talk. Let's do TED Talks.
Smoke
A
and
TED Talk. Yes.
I love it.
Yes, we can definitely do that.
I'm not even going
Yes.
to charge you for that. I'll on that.
Pro bono work. It's part of our pro bono work. No worries. No worries.
I'm here
But
for
that's
another
that-
hour.
Not for anything. If you guys have been reading the post, our audience is coming up with a lot of names here lately. So,
Are they any
know.
of them actually repeatable?
What's
Yeah,
mine?
sure. We
well,
have
Frank, go
David
ahead.
says-
David Yancey.
La Latina Cigar Coach now. That's one.
Yeah, got that.
We David Yancey says he likes the Smoke and Get Your Shit Together. It has a ring to it.
Yeah.
Ah, that's cute. Leave it to David.
Like I love coming up with like really like fun names for stuff. Like I just started recording. I'm a gun instructor, by the way, and
Oh, awesome.
I'm starting a new series. It's going to be a short series, and the videos are going to be under a minute long, and it's going to be called "Get to the Hollow Point."
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Oh.
There you go.
Nice.
All that kind of
There
stuff.
you
You
go.
ever just need to brainstorm on that kind of stuff? Because I life coach a little bit too, not as much as you do, I don't think. But if you ever want to just brainstorm on that kind of stuff, man,
100%.
I get in
Yeah.
this zone and I start thinking about it. But I want to get back to that. So maybe that's probably not how you approach it because you seem to be a lot more patient and like
Nice. She's nice.
than me.
She's
I'm a little bit more
nice, Sarah.
And yeah, we'll have to talk about how I met these guys later on in the podcast.
Hey, the balloons are back.
Balloons are
The balloons are back. Yay!
I'm not doing it. But yes, so is the life coaching and the cigar thing integrated at all?
It's not actually. It's not.
Really?
I haven't integrated it yet. So hey, listen, I'm more than up for it. Yes.
Hey, you know
Yes.
what? Not for anything, but we have a complete membership platform. You can put all your training courses in there, everything you need, invite members, private group, private everything. Just saying, little plug to Cigar Box Marketing. I don't usually do it, but I think it was appropriate.
Why not, Kat?
Fantastic. That's fantastic.
Problems here tonight. So, Latina cigar coach, smoke and get your shit together. But I'll talk a little bit more, because here's the thing. We see life coaches on the internet. We see them, marketing themselves. But dive in a little bit as to what a life coach actually does.
Chris.
Okay, so a life coach, a lot of people. I'm not saying everybody, but a lot population of people seek psychologists. So the life coach comes in after the psychologist. Like sometimes they'll reach like that point that it's like, okay, so I've healed this, I've healed that, but how do I continue it? How do I keep going? Like, how do I connect my family, and how do I deal with my in-laws? And that's when usually the life coach will come in. So as the word itself says it, right? It's a life coach. So we stand side by side, kind of holding people's hands along the way. How to handle stressors, right? Like balance between professional and personal life.
Right.
And our in-laws and our children, and the different stages that we go as adults, but also as our children experience and our family members experience. So the life coach pretty guides you along the way. And believe it or not, the ones that actually brought life coaches to life were the celebrities. So especially celebrities that began at a very young age, instead of giving I have a therapist with me, because it used to have like a negative connotation.
Right.
It was my life coach. Oh, it's my life coach. And that's why when I actually got certified during COVID, because I said, because my children at that time, my son was in high school and my daughter was in college. And all the kids would come to my house and it looked like a funeral. I'm like, what's wrong with you people?
Oh gosh.
Mama Belkis, because they would call me Mama Belkis. I would be like, we don't have anything to do. I'll be like, excuse me, what do you mean you guys don't have anything to do? Just because the bar is closed, you don't have anything to do? Are you serious? Wait. And I'm like, oh my God, like these kids don't know how to engage with themselves and how to find other interests, right?
Right.
So I said, wait, I got to find something that I can help people right away. And then not only young adults, but older adults, which a lot of people, what did COVID do, right? COVID gave us that time to come in within ourselves, within our homes, within our family. And a lot of people didn't know how to cope with their family because they had all these external, right, stimulations. Like, tonight is happy hour. Oh, tonight is, no, wait, let's pause, right? Let's look in. Right. So, and that's why I decided, I said, you know what, let me do this. I was able to do it online, and I helped, and so grateful to be able to help so many people to manage that. So that's where the difference is between the psychotherapist and the coach. They're both very essential and very necessary, but the life coach helps you on the longer path.
So you're rolling with it in a sense. You're rolling with the punches. You're learning how to re-engage yourself. And a lot of what you talked about was on the personal side. What about on the professional side where and I hate to say it, but a 50-something-year-old woman, right now she's going back into the workforce because her children are grown and doesn't really know who she is anymore because she's been so busy being a wife, a mother, a caregiver. You know, you lose, I've seen it in so many of my friends. They lose their identities because they forsook who they were for the sake of everyone else around them. And I assume that's something that you deal with a lot.
There's so many aspects to it. You're right. And I love that point, Kathy. There's so many aspects to it. I've even had clients who are like, I'm so bad with time management that I don't even know, like, I can't get anything done of any significance. And I've had clients that have had me come and live in their house for a week and literally watch everything they do every day and like tell them when they're screwing up, you know, like I've literally had clients, I'm sleeping in their guest bedroom. They don't get up on time. And I'm like, hey, it's time to get up. Like, wake your ass up. Let's go. You know, it's almost like a boot camp style because I'm in the military. So, and that's what they want is they're like, I need somebody aggressive that's going to tell me, get off my phone and finish that task. Organize my day, make a to-do list. How do I execute all of this? How do I organize this? What am I not thinking about in terms of processes and organization, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So it's very like, there's a lot of aspects to life coaching as a whole. Like I've had to teach people like how to do life. Like, hey, you need to do your taxes and you need to get your car registered. Like all this shit is falling by the wayside because nobody ever taught you how to do any of this stuff. Like, I don't know where your parents were, but we'll talk about that later, you know, and getting your whole life together and going, how do I even execute all of the things that I need to do and be a productive member of society, you know? So it's a huge, I love it. But there's certain parts of life coaching that, you know, you're going to be way better at, you know, than me because you're far more patient. But the people that want a boot style, you know, military style life coach that's like holding them super, super, super accountable, that's me. And but I think that it's awesome and it has such a broad, you know, place in people's lives. And I think a lot of people need a life coach.
It does.
Oh, 100%.
And it's 100%. Yep.
Yeah. It blows my mind too. I'm like, wake up.
Yeah.
Like, why aren't you awake yet?
It's time to wake up.
But you know what? You bring up a good point because, and Belkis chime in, but you're looking at it respectfully from a very militaristic, you know, you have responsibilities, buck up, mother trucker, and get going.
Hello.
But when people are depressed, they are mired down in that depression and it prevents them from moving forward. And oftentimes it's, how do you, and let's face it, having a cigar, for me, great release. It's the best release going. I don't care about anything. I don't care if I'm home. I don't care if I'm out I'm with friends, whatever the case may be. But learning to Belkis's point, read the person, because there are, to your point also, Jera, different strokes for different folks. Someone may need a nurturing type of atmosphere. Others may need ball and chain and whip to get them going. And then even more may need a combination. So it's finding that medium, if you will.
We have a request from our audience, Billy. He's asking if we could all do a drink toast to his uncle and hoping that he feels better. Yeah, we'll drink to that.
Here you go, Billy.
Hope he gets better. We don't know what's ailing him, but
you're asking, we're there for you, Billy.
Speedy recovery for whatever he's going through. Huh?
Salud.
Bob? No, we don't worry about Bob. Nah.
He said uncle.
Speedy recovery.
Uncle. Bob, forget about it.
Bob will outlive us all.
That's right.
Probably.
Bob's like the cockroach. You can't kill him.
Let me tell you something. If there's like a nuclear war or some kind of like anything, like the things that are going to be left behind are Twinkies, cockroaches, and Bob.
And Bob, that's it.
And Keith Richards. Don't forget Keith Richards.
He used to say Betty White too.
Petty White.
So Billy was talking about Bob.
All right.
Okay. Well, you said uncle.
Yeah,
if he said retired, we would know who he's talking about.
Exactly.
All right, one for Bob.
Nobody calls Bob Uncle Bob. I mean,
You guys call him Uncle Bob. Bob.
You know, I think what's really interesting is that we can have a conversation about life. And ultimately, that's what cigar smoking is. It's putting into perspective life. It really is when you sit here and you're able to just concentrate on you. And that's what it is with smoking a cigar. There's no outside noise. You just smoke your cigar and you enjoy it for what it is and the calmness that it brings, really.
This is a reconnection stick that makes me have to wash my hair twice.
That's it. I mean, and that is true. Sanj Patel says it best. He goes, "What is life in general?" Exactly. Life is living.
Oh, Sanj, we don't have enough time in this show to talk about what is life. It's
right.
If we had Sanj on, he'll tell us all about it in one word. Fuck it. That's Sanj. I'm straight out of it. That's him.
But look at the diversity on the show. Look at how many years you guys doing the show? 2016?
18.
So
18?
6 years.
How many
we just
years?
celebrated 6 years.
How many years? How many different types of guests? How many different walks of life, ethnicities, religions, lifestyles? And yet you treat everyone with absolute respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
Exactly.
Except for Bob. We don't.
Except for
Bob.
Bob.
Yeah. Bob and Ronnie, we don't treat with much respect.
Oh, hey, I'm right here. You guys stand that in front of me. You could. Let me turn my back.
We're being very transparent, Ronnie. It's okay.
Don't worry. We're not touching your salad, so it's fine.
That's right.
I got Jairus watching over me with her Glock.
And the balloons.
And the balloons.
It's a mystery because I don't know who's doing it.
You are.
This has been a mystery. Mama Belkis, listen, this has been a mystery for like 3 months now. I'll just say random stuff and the balloons pop up and I don't know who's doing it. Somebody knows who's doing it.
Somebody.
I think it's Snoopy. I think it's Snoopy bending his back over and you're having some bubbles out there.
There's something, but there was a podcast that I did, and for some reason, I don't know, I mean, being Latina, right? We use a lot our hands to talk. And suddenly I see like a thumb. I'm not going to do it just in case my phone decides to. It would do like a random thumb up. And I'm like.
Now, I have a very important question about Latina culture.
Yeah.
Have you ever had to use the chancla?
Oh. I'm going to tell you my story. I've never used it.
Okay.
I've never used it, but my son was terrified of it. Has never in his life been touched by a chancla, but I would use it. Like I would just show it to him. I'd be like, Braden, his name is Braden.
Yeah.
If mom has to use, he would tears.
The chancla.
Tears.
Listen. It is the weapon. It is the weapon of Latina mothers. Now we have to ask: do the white men?
I thought the weapon of Latina mothers was taking your shoe off and then.
That's the Italian mother. That's the Italian mother.
Oh. That's every mother.
No, the Italian mother was the wooden spoon.
The wooden spoon.
Yeah,
so
the
wooden. I asked it because the other day I saw a white man that I'm friends with in my whiskey group. And he threatened one of his kids with it. And I'm like, you don't get to do that's cultural appropriation. And you don't get to do that because the chancla is for the Latina moms. That's it. That's the only people that get to use it. Every mom has their weapon of choice. Like the old Italian grandmas have a fly swatter. That was my grandma's like weapon of choice was the old wire fly swatter. And so I want to make sure that everybody knows that's listening to this that you don't get to hit your kids with a shoe. Only
with just anything.
Only the Latina moms do.
Southern moms used to use. They go cut a twig.
Yeah, get a twig, get a switch.
I'ma get the switch after you. Oh my God, get the switch. That's what
the worst was when they told you got to pick your own switch.
Yep.
It better be good, or you're gonna have to go pick another one.
Let me hold up for a second. Just want to go have a moment and bring some of our friends who happen to be sponsors.
Yeah, let's hear from our friends.
Let's hear from our friends. They always have a good message for us.
They do.
Hell yeah.
Great cigars take time. The Fortaleza Libre story began in 2013 with the idea of starting a brand of cigars that would exemplify the strength and freedom that define America. Our premium cigar voyage for quality and taste led us to the Dominican Republic and the tobacco fields of Santiago and Tamboril. Tabacalera El Joyito would become a trusted partner, and in 2019, our smoking strong and living free journey was realized with the arrival to our shores of the Fuerte Libre Bodacious. Fast forward 5 years, 2024, Fuerte El Libre rebrands to Fortaleza El Libre. Same meaning, strong and free. Our portfolio has grown to 6 core lines to satisfy the palates of cigar smokers worldwide. For more information, visit our website at fylcigars.com. Smoke strong, live free. Welcome to GTO Dominican Cigars, a boutique cigar company that artfully blends and creates some of the finest handmade puros from the Cibao Valley in the Dominican Republic. We are 4th generation manufacturers and growers of tobacco with over 140 years of experience, offering a variety of styles, blends, and strengths. Mild, medium, medium plus, and full-bodied. We would truly consider it an honor for you to experience our cigars. Those who know smoke GTO.
Before you light your next cigar, be sure to check out Cigar Medics, the makers of the patent-approved humidimeter. The humidimeter is a tool designed to display the relative humidity inside your cigar. With this device, there's no more guessing. Simply insert the probes into the foot or cap of your cigar, and you can instantly know if your cigar is ready to be smoked. Buy now on cigarmedics.com and see site for other cigar accessories. With the humidimeter, you'll know when to hold them and know when to smoke them.
Years in the making, the Chief cigar was born, blended, boxed, and released to market on June 26, 2015. This cigar was developed by former fire chief, firefighter, cigar aficionado Ken Dorbecker, and has grown into a signature Firehouse cigar line. Including, of course, the Chief, a Nicaraguan Habano blend, Proby, a Connecticut Shade blend, All Hands, a Maduro Mexican San Andreas box press, and the brand new Fire Pole, a beautifully crafted San Andreas Habano barber pole. Join the Chief family and make us part of your humidor. R&A Treasures, out of Tampa Bay, Florida. The last of a legacy. The last of an inventory of Thomas Cristiano in a warehouse where everything is aged and well kept for all your pipe and smoking needs.
And we are back. Oh, we got some weird feedback on one side.
Somebody's on. Somebody is on.
I don't know. I didn't do it.
Was not
Jara's got to get her balloons going again here. So
yeah, that's true. So I have a question for Bill. In your journey, we know now that you're also part of the Sodal movement. So talk to us a little bit about that and how you got involved.
So the Sister of the Leaf Global Movement, I had the pleasure of meeting the president, Anastasia, at my first PCA, which was in 2021. And I saw that there was a group of women getting together and discussing. And then, so I started my inquisitive person as I am. I'm like, wait, what is that? What is that? So started my own research and investigation. And sure enough, Anastasia approached me, as well as Cynthia. She was the representative of the Soto Global Movement in Puerto Rico at that time. And so started asking questions, reached out to them, communicated with them, and started working together with them. So one of the things that I love about what they represent is the education part of the industry, us women in the industry, what we were representing and what we are representing today and in the future.
Yes.
So I began, like I said, my journey with them and seeing what their vision was with the project. She actually started that movement back in Greece, because her and her husband, they're both from Greece. And she brought it to the United States and kept going with it and going strong and involving and incorporating women from all over the world.
Yeah.
To represent what the industry is, which is the family, the traditions, the history, the education, the knowledge. Because as I had a conversation recently at a lounge, a cigar has a science to it.
Yep.
And it does.
Yep.
I mean, I any person that I can possibly tell, please take that moment, even if it's one time in your life, but go visit a factory, go visit a plantation.
Yeah.
When you engulf yourself, right, and you submerge yourself into that experience, your romance just expands
Oh, yeah.
endlessly.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Because it's what happened to me. Yeah, I knew about cigars and stuff, but that moment when I stepped foot into a factory, into a plantation, I was like, oh my God, this is home. So yes,
there's a certain beauty that you see when you see that seed grow, and then you see the leaves mature, and then you pick those leaves, and then it's the drying and the curing, like, and then that ends up as what is in your hand. Like, that is the all-time beauty within the system right there for cigars. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. I mean,
women have been involved in cigar making since the beginning of time.
Yes. Yes.
From the farms to the rollers. I mean, most of the rollers, I mean, I would say a large percentage are women.
Yeah.
They are just, I mean, they're just great at the craft, and it is an art. If you've ever tried to roll a cigar, you'll know it. It's not easy.
it's not.
Women usually have a better delicacy with the wrapper and the leaf when they're rolling. I mean,
they have a better touch. The
men's hands are usually too aggressive. It just happens.
Yeah.
But I would also add that. Go ahead.
No. Please go.
You.
So it's when you look at a man's hands, the skin on their fingers, right, is thicker. And I think somebody mentioned it. So it's the tactile. Because the women's fingers, right, or fingertips are thinner and softer. That's why the selectors, the tobacco selectors, they're all women.
Yes,
yeah,
they are. I mean, they're just.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're better suited at it. I mean, ultimately, they just are. To know that 200 to 300 hands touch that cigar before we even decide to smoke it.
Yeah, when you get the calluses on your fingertips, it's hard to touch.
Isn't there a cigar called 300 Hands? That I think there is. We used to carry it.
There is.
And I remember that
there is
story, but I didn't know that about the thickness. That's really interesting. I didn't know that.
Yep.
But you can easily segue into that women have a more discerning palate.
True.
Than men.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Women will pick up on little nuances that men have a hard time picking up on.
Yeah.
Unless you're really trained.
Right.
I mean, the women, it comes more natural to women than it does for a man.
Which is the whole point, which I would love to hear more about the cigar sommelier course that you took, how you became one, because for me, that's an aspiration. You know, I've been smoking for a gazillion years, but I know that there's so many things that I'm missing, and I try. I'm better with wine. I can take a red wine or a white wine and say, oh, this is black currant, this is peach, this is got it's oaky, it's buttery. I'm not that good with cigars yet, and it's very frustrating.
No, and you're gonna see it. It's a matter of time, because us women per se, right, naturally, our senses are extremely heightened. That's why a lot of like our nose, we can taste things much deeper. And no offense or anything, it's just we are just built very differently.
Right.
So give it time, because remember our palates. That's why usually with women, when they tell me, oh, Belkis, you know, I want to start smoking cigars. Usually women will go for the flavored cigars. And I always say, no. Don't do that. Because that's kind of like when you're starting to drink and you start with seltzers, you're not, your palate will be influenced by all the sugars and chemicals, right? That is added to the product. So I usually try, will I start them on a more mild cigar? Absolutely. Maybe something that doesn't look, because remember, we are also very visual. Right? Not that aggressive. The Vitola, possibly a little smaller, the ring gauge smaller. So we'll start very slowly. At least that's what I do when women want to begin smoking cigars.
Yes.
So the CCST, so the Cigar Certified Sommelier Tobacconist, we do it through the Sister of the Leaf Global Movement. So there's a partnership with the movement. If you go on the SOTL Global Movement website, we are partnered with Tobacconist University. So people can go in, and I actually, when I visit lounges and I interact with retailers and consumers and customers and everybody, I walk in, I'm like, hey, hi, how are you? And I want to talk to everybody. And I have people that have gotten their certification. Me just telling them, oh, if you go on the website. So what does that do? It gives us, so the same thing that we were just talking about, the women in the industry, the tactile, the regions, it just heightens your knowledge. So it's like, oh, that's what that means. So for me, it's important, and I know that it's my education background. As an educator, it's like, oh, hey, there's something new. Oh, we get training on it, and we get certified, and we indulge ourselves into it, right? Like a pool, like, wow, I got to do this completely. And that's what it was. When I saw the opportunity, I'm like, wait, I got to get my certification. Does it help? 100%. And I also suggested, even when at lounges, the tobacconists, right? Their humidor attendants, even if they don't grasp everything, but they'll catch on to something will cling, which will help retailers and the associates to connect more to their consumers.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. I think that's one of the things that people find is when they do go to a lounge, that it's really helpful to have someone who's guiding them, especially if they're new, to a cigar that's going to work for them, especially if they're a new smoker. So having great staff at the lounges is key to that experience. They can turn off their consumer if they just like a certain cigar and they're pushing a cigar that they like, as opposed to the cigar that may be right for that consumer.
But yeah, I mean, it's perfect because, like, especially when you're at a lounge, and what's the first question anybody ever asks when they go in the lounge? What do you have new? Well, usually that specialist or associate that's there should re-follow up with a question, be like, well, what do you normally smoke? To try and build like a mental palette of what they're used to. All right, now if we've got a newer cigar, I might have something that they might enjoy, instead of just being like, well, this guy, he came in last week, gave me 1,000 boxes of this. You should smoke this. Well, that cigar may not be right for that person if they're not used to that palate.
Correct.
It may put them off.
Because you have a difference between being in a sales capacity and being in a nurturing educational capacity. And oftentimes the humidor attendant or the people that, and I've had it both ways, so I'm not disparaging anybody, but they're not trained in the art of the palate. They're not trained to ask the questions They're not even trained to help fill the receipt, right? What's the POS? When you go check out, does that attendant, does that person say to you, do you need a cutter? Do you need a lighter? You know, we have some swag. We have some new cigars. Have you tried this? It's I'm going to process the quote transaction and forsake the opportunity to have a lifetime relationship because you've introduced that customer to something that they normally would never have tried. Right. And they only find that out when they say, what are you smoking? What do you like? What don't you like? What do you prefer? And that does not happen a lot. My best experience was Corona when we all went down together in Orlando. Teresa and I were walking around and one of the older gentlemen asked us what we liked. Yeah. And I gave him a list of the things that I liked. And he was spot on. And I forget what the hell I wound up smoking, but he was spot on because he listened. He wasn't trying to sell me a $25 cigar. He wasn't trying to sell me a box or a bundle. He wanted to know what made me happy.
Yes. Right. Yes.
You know, one of the things that I used to own a cigar lounge, and then I worked in one before that. And one of the pain points that I would see is training people, because there are people that come work in cigar lounges that don't really have a cigar background. Now, a lot of them do, but some of them don't. And it was difficult, especially, it was a lot more difficult for women too that had not smoked before to like learn this and get to know it, because there's so many different cigars, and you know, like no one place carries everything, right? Yeah. There's getting people that are asking for stuff that maybe you don't carry and you want to try to find something similar or whatever. So what I would do is I created a training program, and I wish, if there is one, you may know about it and I may not, but I didn't know of a training program that was kind of comprehensive. And so what I would do is I would take people and I would say, I'm going to talk to the table and you're going to listen to me talk to the table, and then you're going to go and get the things that they want for efficiency. And then I'm going to touch all these tables and talk to them about what they want, and you're going to listen to that and you're going to learn over time. Right. So I scaled back the training that they would get before they were able to kind of start on their own to the very, very, very basics. And then they would hear me talk, and I'm not even an expert, but they would hear me talk to these tables. And then they would, as they're making the decision, they're going to get the thing and they're coming back with it so that the customer didn't have to wait, you know what I mean, for us to have the full discussion. So they're going to get the drink's coming back. They're still making a decision on the cigar. That's okay. But you have to have those people, you know, in the lounges that are willing to teach. You almost have to teach them how to teach.
Right.
You know what I mean? Otherwise, there's a high level of frustration that comes when you have somebody that comes to the table, and it may be a good-looking girl, because I know a lot of cigar lounges hire, you know, good-looking girls to, you know, go and, you know, wait tables, and they make really good money doing it. But you make even more money when you know what you're talking about.
Right.
And that's what keeps people coming back, because at the end of the day, they're 30% buying what you're selling, right? But they're 70% buying you.
Right.
Yeah.
And true. And that's you know, and I just kind of had an idea about maybe I should launch a training program and travel around. I could go teach a gun class and then go to a cigar lounge.
No, you're missing it, Jarrah. You combine the two. Guns and cigars in one class.
There you go.
I know. Somebody asked me all the things I ever wanted to own. And I was like, I want to own a cigar lounge again, and a coffee shop, and a gun range. And now I'm just going to do it in one place.
That's it.
There you go.
Now I just want to do it in one
place. Hey, fireworks! Woo! Yeah!
Jarrah blowing up the show. All right, Jarrah.
That was mind-blowing expertise right there.
I'm going to launch an investigation.
Jarrah, you know it's Kyle. You know it's Kyle.
Service. They call the Secret Service. They have all the answers for you.
But, you know, but here's the thing, though. Now that I'm thinking about it and like kind of brainstorming through it, you know, Mama Belkis, would that be something that you would be interested in working on?
That's it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you just named the three things that are fascinating to so many people: guns, coffee, and cigars.
Yeah.
Hello.
Right. That's my next lounge I'm opening up, is the gun, cigars, coffee shop.
We got to figure out
Smoking guns, coffee.
See?
Bang, light, grind.
Hey.
That's what I'm talking about. And you could even do it, I mean, separate, you know, you could have like one of those really awesome like food truck mobile coffee bar things out by, you know, by a cigar lounge. And then because some of the cigar lounges or some of the gun ranges that are being built across the country are putting, you know, little restaurants or little food, you know, areas in there or something like that. They all have classrooms. I mean, this would be an exceptional way to kind of get that good training in and bring in people that are smarter than me, that know more about cigars than me, to kind of do that training. But with your educational background, you could break it down into modules and go, you need to learn this first, and now this, and now this, and it would be training over time. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I think that'd be kind of a cool training business model.
It's a 4-week course.
Yeah,
4-week course.
That we could launch through Sisters of Belief Global Movement. And I think that would be really kick-ass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I am with you 100%. 100%. And little techniques and stuff that as simple as listening. Listen, just listen to your customer. Listen to what they're saying. Listen. Once you start with that basic step, everything else just flows. But yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Jer. Absolutely. I mean, you can count with me, and
I would add to that, listen to what they're saying and what they're not.
Yeah.
Because that also speaks volumes.
Yes, it does.
Well, and some people, especially people who are like novice to sort of like medium experienced smokers, sometimes they want to smoke something that has a history to it, or that has like a marketing to it, you know, like Blanco Cigars has that Prince Hall cigar that really kind of speaks to the African American community because of who Prince Hall was and how he was attached to the Freemason movement, I think it was.
Yes.
You know, all that. So it's sometimes you can get somebody smoking something just by the story behind it.
Yep. Absolutely. I think that's sure. I think that's what makes selecting a cigar so special, is the story behind that cigar, because it gives that cigar purpose.
Yeah.
You can now attach a story to it, and the best-selling cigars always have a story.
Yeah.
When you identify with it, it appeals to you.
It's just like one of our friends, Hiram and Solomon. I mean, it is a history to us Freemasons, so we flock to that stogie just because it has so much history in the naming and the way it smokes and everything behind it.
100%. So while we're on this subject, so tell us, Mama Belkis, tell us if tell us your favorite, and if there's more than one, you can name a couple. Tell us your favorite Crown Head cigar, and is there a particular story behind any one of them that really kind of like gets you excited or brings you joy?
Oh, absolutely. So we have a cigar in the portfolio. It's called La Imperiosa. I don't know if you see, and I'm sure you probably received it. It's the one that has the crown, and the ring is like a turquoise blue, like a Tiffany blue. Okay. So La Imperiosa, when I first came across that cigar, I was like, whoa, hold on. I love the name because La Imperiosa, right, is the Empress.
The Empress, right.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, what's the story behind this cigar? So the story behind that particular cigar is made by Don Pepin. Yes, Don Pepin, at My Father Cigars.
Yep.
So I said, okay, perfect start. So originally, that was the Las Calaveras blend in 2014 when it began.
Okay.
So the Las Calaveras 2014 blend that was such a success, they put it into the regular production, and it is La Imperiosa. And when you do smoke that cigar, it's a powerful cigar, but it's not a powerful that it's going to kill your throat. Not that powerful.
Right. It's full of flavor. Flavor bomb.
Yeah.
Flavorful.
Flavor bomb.
That's one of the things that I tell people, that that don't know or that are new to Crown Heads, and every cigar that you try from the portfolio, it is not a kicker cigar. It is not a killer cigar. It is a flavorful cigar.
Yes.
The blends, they're all very unique. And that's one thing that I give my hats off to John Huber, Mike Condor, Miguel Chodell, Tim Osganner, everyone in the team, and to the master blenders that they work with.
Yes.
Radio Pichardo in Nicaragua, Don Pepin, and also Ernesto Perez Carrillo.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about
legends.
Yeah.
Luminary
Legends.
history figures.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. And that's why every cigar, and when they'll tell me, oh, which one is your worst? No, there's no worst cigar, and there's no bad cigar in the industry.
Right.
There is not. There is a taste and a palate for every single smoker.
Right. Right.
That's the
Oh,
beauty
yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
Yes, it truly is. It truly is. So for me, La Imperiosa. So if you haven't tried it, try it. And if it's not in your array or buffet, that we'll send to you, let me know, and I'll definitely send it to you.
So we have a question. Where from Clay Atkins? Where can I find what blends taste like what? Is what he's asking. That's interesting.
That's a pretty open-ended question there, Clay.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, if you look up the cigar, it usually has a blend profile. So
but then it's all like it's all
Subjective.
relative
It's
and
subjective,
subjective to who's smoking it, because somebody may get different notes versus what you might get out of that. So I mean, it's I mean,
It's
they're
kinda
very
like a guide.
opinionated.
It's a guide.
Yeah.
Very perceptual.
Yes.
That's the word I personally use, is perceptual. Why? Because it all depends on your perception that you have at that moment, at that time, with what you're pairing it with, your mood, your environment.
Yes.
Right?
What you've eaten, what you had for
Everything.
dinner, what you
Yep.
had for lunch.
Correct.
I mean,
If
yeah.
you're, what company you're with, or
you're drinking
not.
it.
Even who you're with. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Something
It's
I
very
also-
perceptual.
Something I also do is I connect with people who are experts in the industry, but I connect with the people who like the same foods and beverages that I do, because their palate is going to be like mine.
Similar.
And
It'll
so,
be similar.
so when I ask them, what do you think, you know, if they say, oh, I just smoked a cigar and this is what I got out of it and I really loved it, I know that I'm probably going to taste the same thing.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Right. So like, and I'll ask people, like when I go to, like, you know, cigar events and stuff like that, like I'll ask them what kind of foods, like, you know, and if they like cilantro or if they don't like cilantro, because like that's a thing, you know, like that's the big, that was a big debate on social media not too long ago, was some people think cilantro tastes like soap, and some people like really love cilantro. And so you can ask them about certain things, like, do you like spicy foods or not spicy foods? What are your whiskey preferences? What are your wine preferences? And when you connect with people that have very similar palates as you, who know more about cigars than you, their recommendations are going to work for you like 9 times out of 10.
Right.
Yep.
Very much so.
Agreed.
Oh yeah.
Agreed.
What's
So
new-
did that answer that person's question?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boy, I
Yes.
hope that answered your question. As you can see, there's a lot of answers and a lot of mood swings that are going with that.
People, like Will Den will say he likes the
What?
Will. He says Jericho Hill is one of
Jericho
my
Hill.
all-time favorites. There you go. Another great cigar.
Also made by Don
That's-
Pepin.
that-
Yep.
Yes, great cigar. I think when we're looking at cigars in general, we all bring our own history to that cigar, right? So what I may like, and I know Bob's a big, bold kind of heavier smoke. He wants,
to
gold
smoke
Bob.
this. Yeah,
Big
he wants to
gold
put
Bob.
he wants it to put him on his ass is what he's looking
yeah,
for.
you know, and,
Yeah.
and for me, I like something that's very flavorful. Those big, heavy spice bombs are not for my palate. Although I do like spicy food, it doesn't mean that I want to have a cigar that'll put me on my ass.
Right.
That's just the way it is. But that, I think, is important. Everybody brings their own history to that cigar at that moment. So,
Yes.
Totally agree. Yes.
Dara, what are you
What-
touching over there? You
I was
the balloons? The balloons?
No,
The balloons, the fireworks, the thumbs ups.
What's coming up next?
Let's watch.
What I'm doing.
We're watching your fingers go up and down.
Oh, easy now. Easy.
Okay. What else is new or what's coming up from the
That's our live studio audience.
Live studio audience.
Of one. There's one.
I wouldn't mind having a few more, but what can I tell you?
Oh.
Ronnie is especially joyful because he's got his little buddy with him tonight.
Yes, he is. He
I
is.
bet you missed him. You missed him.
Jara,
There used to be a cardboard cutout of my face in that.
Right.
It's still there.
You're right there, baby.
there.
You are staring at me right now. Really, you're right there.
It's really weird because he's got it taped to the ceiling. I don't get it.
We don't understand that one.
Teresa, could you give my picture, please? Can you get a picture of Jara? I want to put her on my shoulder.
You know, Ronnie, why don't you have a picture of me?
Well,
Because he
I
sees
do.
you.
I
He
don't think
sees
you
you
want
enough.
me to show that one.
Now you're in trouble. That's
Now,
me.
There she
Jara.
is. There she is.
There she is. That's my girl.
It's like weird because in the reflection she looks like she's flicking everybody off.
Yeah, it does. Well, that wouldn't be weird. That'd be Jara.
That's normal.
Mama Belkis, where are you out of? Do you reside?
In Miami.
Miami.
Mia.
That's
Miami,
that's kind of like the central distribution point for cigars. Really,
In the country.
in the country, really, it is the center point.
Okay.
So you're in the right spot for sure.
Well, I'm coming to teach. Coming to teach in Florida later this year, so I'll reach out.
Oh, let me know. Absolutely. Please do so. Reach out and we can definitely get together.
We have talked to so many different women, and you always find the opportunity to connect. You always find the opportunity to make somebody think about doing something unique. And I have to say, I admire that. That I love the fact that you are like this thinking machine of, wow, what can I do next? And how can I do something? And how can I grow? And how can I engage my guest into doing something that could be a collaborative effort, a singular effort, or just a global effort? I love that. It's great.
Yes, you're an innovator.
I love teaching people, and I can't ever get through to these chooches, but there's other people in the world that need to be taught things.
Doofus. Chooches. I take that. That's disrespectful.
Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3.
3 chooches. Oh, 1, 2 choochettes.
There we go.
I'm
You're a
gonna say
choochette,
something.
Kathy.
Go ahead, Belkis. Say what you have to say, girlfriend.
I'm going to say something. You may think, and I'm going to quote this from my daughter. You may think they're not listening, but they are.
Exactly.
They just don't show you that they are.
That's right.
My daughter, when she told me that one, I was like, oh. As she got older, she's like, you see, Mom, you think I'm not listening, but I am.
Yeah,
it's just I don't let you see that I'm listening.
We're taking it all in, Jared. Don't you know?
Well, then you should say, well, then tell me that you're listening.
No, they won't.
No. We're not
do
going
that.
to. No, we don't give you those kudos. No.
It's a boy thing. It's a boy thing.
This is what we listen to. This is what we like to listen to. See? That's like our mating call. When you make
mating call.
We know the signs. First of all, we know the signs. I know personally, if I say something to my husband and he yeses me and he's not looking at me, I'm like, eye contact. Do you hear me?
No.
You have to. And listen, I'm married 36 years. I love my husband. We're together 40. I love my husband, but I know when he's blowing me off.
Don't lie.
Shut up, Ronnie.
You
Why I
do.
have avoided marriage like the plague.
Because, Jara, I tell you what, the honest truth is I found somebody who puts up with me, who whatever I am, how I am, what I am, and what I'm not. And for that, I am infinitely grateful. Plus, I got a whole bunch of great family that I love implicitly.
Listen, I've spent 42 years. It's like throwback fishing. They just like they catch me and then they're like, nope.
She's got 42 years of it. I got 44 years of it. So
right. Kyle's with you. He's been on the. You guys must share the same boat. You know,
there's a boat. I've been swimming this whole time. They won't even give a life ring.
I won't let you in my boat.
Now, look, I'm gonna say it because I'm a part of that boat too. This is what it is. It's finding that complement in our lives that it's going to fall in love with our 72 versions of ourselves.
That's right.
Because that's what it is. And it works both ways.
It does.
I didn't hear that. Teresa's telling me if I heard that.
72 virgins?
Virgins? That's what I heard.
Not
virgins.
I'm going to use my teacher voice.
Virgin.
Virgin.
Hey, I understand English really good.
There's gin involved?
There's gin.
No, that's absolutely and unequivocally true.
You have to understand when something is a lost cause.
Who's a lost cause?
He's pointing. Remember, the thumb is going to come up soon on there.
Yeah. Or balloons, or fireworks, or something.
Something's coming up next.
Timmy, I need help, Timmy.
Yeah.
Timmy had responded. He didn't
know what the hell Kathy
he wasn't
was talking
listening
about.
or anything.
No.
Listen, I you know what? I have no problem saying he's my best friend, and I married well. I don't care. I did.
Congratulations.
Good dude.
Yes.
What's Timmy writing?
We're all very fortunate that way, Kathy.
You know what? You're absolutely right, because you have Lucy and Ronnie has Teresa, and we are very goddamn lucky.
They have to put up with a lot. It's not easy.
No,
it's not.
They put up with
and
it.
And since I know you both really well, that is so true.
You're a great liar.
I want to make sure that I prepare you, ma'am, for what's coming up later on.
Next, it's coming up very shortly, Jared. Go ahead.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to participate today because I have a Zoom call with my staff for this conference, so I'm going to have to hop off early. But we play a game called Stump the Sasquatch, and it's a trivia game. And I'm almost glad that I'm missing it today because it gives me a twitch.
A twit? What? A what? A twitch?
Okay. If I participate in it too much, I'll get Forrest Whitaker eye.
See, Jared doesn't know what she's missing tonight, Jared. I just wanted to give you, I'm going to give you a sample question so that Jared doesn't feel bad when she has to leave.
Yeah, from the year 2002.
It'll be from 1836.
So what I like to do is I like to throw all kinds of different trivia. So Jared, this is a question that I'm going to throw out now just because you're here before you leave. Okay, Jared, this is for you.
Uh-oh.
All right. Who was the first woman inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? See, I have different questions tonight, Jared.
Well,
see?
It should have been Dolly Parton.
It should have been.
Oh, rock and roll.
She is as rock and roll as she is rock.
Janis Joplin?
Nope.
No, but that would have been my second one.
Nope. You both would have gotten that wrong. Aretha Franklin.
Oh.
Aretha Franklin.
Yep.
Yep.
Queen of Soul.
It wasn't Madonna. It wasn't Joan Jett. It wasn't Mama Cass. It wasn't.
Nope.
Richard Beard says the answer is Heine.
So, Jared,
you have to put some respect on her name.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
But he's tricking you. He's eluding. He's throwing up a farce.
He's lulling you into a false sense of security.
Are normally they're normally before, you know, the time in which Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, was born.
The year of the dinosaur.
Those are far and few between. Jared
Oh, God, Frank, you're going to hell. You lied.
I want to prepare you for that. And that's, I'm just, you know, I'm leaving on that note.
Thank you, Jared, for the balloons.
I want to
Thank you for the balloons and the fireworks. It was great.
Jara, you'll never leave us. You're right here, sweetheart. There you go.
I love that woman.
Hi, sweetie. Good luck with that conference.
Good luck. Good luck, Jared. We will see you.
Knock him dead, sweetheart. Knock him dead.
Follow up with you about our new plan.
Yes. Please do so. Yes.
Time to put it together, but I want to launch it with you. But I love you all.
Perfect.
And
love you too.
See you next month.
Yes. Wonderful.
Thank you,
Yes,
Jara.
Looking forward to it.
So, bye-bye.
Everybody saying bye-bye, Jara.
Bye-bye, Jara.
Bye, Jara.
All right. So with that, I guess she gave you a little hint as to what's going to happen next, and we'll have a lucky audience winner win some cool stuff tonight. So make sure you hang around because there's always a winner here at the Great Cigar and Pipe Show.
And there's a lot of cheaters.
And sometimes the winners get a little antsy because they don't receive their items like the next day. We don't FedEx you your winnings. You get them when Ronnie
Ground
finally makes
service
it
to the post office.
You will receive
I
your
have winnings
packages.
too, boys.
Oh, let's see.
Yay.
Whoa, what are we giving away? Nice.
Woo.
I have that hat too right here. It's an awesome hat, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a
It is.
cool cap.
Wait,
Love
I've
it.
got this. I've got
Yeah.
two
All right.
lighters. I didn't even take
Hey.
that out of plastic. Hold
Very
on.
nice.
And I've got a 3-pack, and a sticker, which the lovely Belkis sent to me. And I have
Beautiful.
to tell you,
Yes.
I kept beating Tim. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
So we'll be right back after these words from our friends who just happen to be
We are sponsors.
you know,
Yeah.
that's-
Sponsors.
Friends.
Yes.
Another day in paradise, you know, slanging cigars.
Come on.
Another day in
Good start.
paradise.
Hello.
Another day in paradise, you know, slanging cigars.
Wow, that's weird.
Howard
This
G.
has never
Cigars
happened.
is a dynamic.
Another day in paradise, you know, slanging.
All right. Well, it has now.
Another day
That
in
won't
paradise,
play.
you know,
So
slanging cigars.
Howard
whatever
G.
reason,
Cigars is a
it
dynamic
didn't play.
new cigar
But
brand
hey,
grown
things
from
happen in a
love
live
for
environment.
Our culture and a respect for the
So we'll
arts
just go to the
here
question.
behind the craft. We are a minority-owned family business based in Orlando, Florida. Our current collection delivers 3 exclusive lines.
Hello.
Frank, it was playing, babe.
It was.
Yeah,
I didn't
it
see it.
was.
I didn't see it
It was.
playing on this end. That's so weird.
Yes, sweetie.
Yeah, it was playing.
It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sorry about that. I had to cut it short because I didn't see it play.
2 lighters.
No worries.
All right, we're back.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow. What happened, Frank? You
Whoa,
messed
whoa,
up that much?
whoa,
I didn't
whoa.
mess up. Listen, I didn't see it play on my end.
Yeah, that
So
was weird.
Oh,
was
it was playing. It was
It
for
didn't-
sure playing.
Yeah, we saw Howie.
it didn't play
Yeah.
here.
Well,
So-
Weird.
you suck, Frank.
Thank you.
Now, Kyle, hold on, Kyle. What'd you do for this? Nothing.
Exactly.
Hey, I saw the ads playing. I don't know about you, but I saw the ads playing.
Everybody
didn't.
saying it's playing. Everybody saying it.
Hey, listen, I don't know what happened on this end.
So
You
forget
understand?
about it.
I think Jara gave me the
Maybe you got
she gave me the horns.
you gave me the horns, buddy.
And that's what happens.
And I see a red dot right in your forehead again.
Uh-oh.
I see Glock.
Wow.
Glock.
All right. All right. So I'm just going to go to questions for you guys and see if you guys got an answer.
So
to
maybe
this.
you want to just re-explain a little bit to Belkis how this
Sure.
works about the audience and the
Yes.
not. Yeah.
So this is what we do. So I ask questions for everybody here except myself because I know the answers, obviously.
Okay.
So
Cheater.
please feel free to answer at will. If the answer is wrong, that's okay. But any answer
Shoot
is
question.
it's But you know, Kathy usually gets it wrong. Timmy, on the other hand, gets it right.
It's music or sports.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at who joined Belkis.
What is that, an alpaca?
Oh, an alpaca.
Guy.
No, he's
Is that-
my
that a Labradoodle?
daughter's- yes. His name
Oh.
is Jarvis. Yes.
Oh.
He's my grand puppy.
Hey.
Nice, Jarvis.
Hi, Jarvis.
Hi, Jarvis.
Yeah. Oh, he loves the attention. He's like, hey, I want to be a part of this show too.
Hey.
That's great. Does he smoke cigars too?
He has a toy that is a cigar. Yes.
Nice.
He likes to eat the burnt ends.
Oh yeah, and my son, he has a Frenchie, and he has
I love Frenchies. Yeah,
Nice.
of the Fuente bulls. Oh yeah, these
Uh-huh.
doggies know.
Nice.
they do.
Nice.
Okay.
Frank,
right.
you got to do the intro.
I'll do my little intro here because this
No, I
is
can see it. It's just the first time.
a fun. Hopefully, it'll play on my end, but we'll see.
It plays irregardless.
And we have to thank our buddy, Mr. Steve Saka, also known as Mickey Peg, with that little.
Love it, Saka Scratch. I love it.
Okay, so the questions for our panelists tonight are here. This happened in 1948 on this date in history. What premiered on prime time? The Dumont Network in 1948. First time this professional organization premiered on TV. 1948. I know it's a little before everyone's time, but
The Ed Sullivan Show.
no, it's a good guess.
Professional
Kyle.
organization.
That's the new profession of the Ed Sullivan
Professional
Show.
organization.
Yeah, professional organization.
Can you give us a
Yes.
hint?
Yes, Bruno Sammartino.
Oh, wrestling.
Wrestling.
Yep.
WWF.
WWE, no? WE.
WWE back then, I guess
Yeah.
it was. Yes.
That back
the
then
World
was
Wrestling
WWF.
Federation,
Yeah.
right?
It's WWF.
Yeah.
Which is now the
I got it.
WWE.
You said I get them all wrong.
That's right. All right. You did.
You go, Kathy.
Thank you, Belkis.
Okay.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
Another good question for you. So, 1963, a great year, by the way. I was born. So it was Kathy.
Rough
That's right.
year.
No,
rough
I was
year.
64. You're a year
Oh,
older than me.
64. Yeah, that's true. I forgot.
I was just
little
Correct
younger.
him, Kathy.
This American singer opened for pianist Liberace at the International Hotel in Las Vegas. Who opened for Liberace?
Oh God.
Bob Dylan.
1963. Female. I'll give you that hint.
Nancy Sinatra.
No.
Anne
I
Margaret.
mean, she was. She's not a big singer, though.
No, she's not.
Dolly Parton.
is Jarrett in your ear at this point? Dolly Parton. No. I mean,
Garland.
Hey, I'll give you a hint.
Garland, Viola Davis.
A Star is Born.
Julie Garland. Julie Garland.
A Star is Born. Ronnie.
Oh, Barbara Streisand.
Barbara Streisand.
Streisand.
Barbara Streisand. I should have said your dad met her.
Yeah, my dad actually. She opened up in New York at the Blue Angel. It was his first gig at my father's place.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That's amazing. Wow.
Yep. Okay. Let's see. Let's give you another good
I'm
one.
2
here.
for 2, by the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
All right, let's go with it.
Show him.
I
Show
said it
him.
before Ronnie.
Okay, you got it. I'll give it to
All
you.
right. This is a good one. I like this one.
If no one
In
knows it, probably.
1976, everybody was alive then. So
I was 12.
people should know
Not
this.
me.
God
This-
bless you.
This future television personality sets the world record at 8,618 points to win the decathlon gold at Montreal Olympics.
Mark
Bruce
Split.
Jenner?
Future TV personality.
Bruce Jenner?
Bruce Jenner.
Oh.
Look at you.
It turned into
What
Caitlyn.
was his role that he became a TV personality? What was his role? On
Kardashians.
the Kardashians.
Yeah,
there you go, Ron.
The husband.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, he actually played the man part.
He's a husband, or he's a
For a short period of time.
Hey, he had a swine. What can I tell you?
oh,
boy. All right, that's enough for you. Let's get one for the audience so they can win something. I know they're all.
Okay, so
dancing.
now, Belkis, this is the part where we have to be quiet, even though we're already chomping at the bit. Because I'm just 3 for 3, mother truckers. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
You're
need
doing pretty
something
good tonight.
extra
Bob.
special, Kathy.
That's right. Okay, here you go. In 1993, folks, we have music. Ron, give me music.
Oh, yes, we could do something like that. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I'm ready, sir.
All right, play the music for me.
Okay.
Cue the music. There we go. In 1993, Cristina Sanchez de Pablos became the first woman to become what? What did she become in 1993?
Come on, girl. Come on. Ask Alexis. Ask Sirius. Where's Google?
Alexis?
Come on. Yeah, Alexis. That's the way I call her.
Hey, Siri.
Belkis, Ronnie never says anything right.
Bullfighter.
It says a bullfighter.
Yeah.
I need the proper term for that, by the way. That's not bullfighter.
Yeah.
That's not the proper term.
Congresswoman.
A
The
mayor.
Mayor.
No.
Bullfighter.
No.
What else is called a
what do you
bullfighter?
call them?
Her name.
What do you call them?
What do you
Come on, we
call
just
them?
gave you the answer.
It's the real term for a bullfighter.
Matador.
Matador. Who said Matador? Richard Gere Jr. says Matador. She became the first Matador in 1993. I thought that was amazing, to be quite honest.
And Rich is on vacation, but he takes time out to listen to our show. Thank you, Richard.
I know.
Go back to your wife now. Don't worry, we'll take Richard, we'll send the prizes. I'll give it to Kathy and she'll mail it to you.
Don't be a Richard, Ronnie.
I have the prize. You just got to give me his address.
I know. I gotta get Richard, let us know when you're back on vacation, though, because we don't want it, everything sitting there and getting hot in the front door. So let us know. Okay? Congratulations. Yes. Great job.
That question was very appropriate.
It was, Frank.
Tonight's show.
Once again.
I mean, I think becoming the first woman Matador, I can't even imagine what her parents were thinking at the time, right?
Yeah, Lay, she was.
No, it's very true, because even the same, if we're gonna connect, right? Women in the industry.
Right.
Back then it's like, wait, what? Like who? What are you doing?
Right.
Exactly.
And that was a staple, because it was even in my own home, because my grandparents were from Spain. And it was a common thing to have the matador of whatever year, right? You visited in Spain, and you would have a large framed poster of the matador with the dates, the location, everything in the home.
Really?
So, it was a tradition. Yes, when you would visit or any Spaniard descent family home, you would have at least one or two, and some of them multiple, because they would attend multiple bullfights.
Right.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. What a
That's
cool
super
tradition.
cool.
Yeah, I was amazed by that.
The
So,
only
Kathy,
thing
you are actually a matador. because you have to listen to Tim's bull. For 40 years.
Listen, she can't answer. She can't say it, but think what she's thinking.
We should have T-shirts. Matador.
Matador extraordinaire.
The Matador de bullshit.
And Tim says, "Olay."
I don't think Lay spelt that way. But I was just asking.
Ronnie, don't spell. Don't speak, don't spell.
Okay, let's get my shit. No problem. Anyway, Malka, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for the cigars and the prizes. It's been wonderful having you. We hope you had a good time. You know, I mean, we didn't keep you up too late. I know it's Miami time, so it's rough for us over here in Chicagoland.
I'm still on East Coast time.
Ronnie, do you even know your damn?
Well, it's 9:49 over there. I know exactly where you are. It's almost 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children is? I know where mine is.
I know where mine are.
Anyway, folks, thank you so much for joining us. We had a wonderful time. Thanks for your participation. We'll be back next Tuesday night again, and more prizes and a lot more fun to have. And this is Ladies' Night. We can't wait till next month. Kathy, do you have next month's guests lined up yet?
I am actually working on that now. I have 2 lined up. I will let you know.
Nice.
Perfect. Once a month, Ladies' Night. Once a month, drinking pairing night. And then you get stuck with the rest of the 4 choosers, the other 2. Anyway, Belkis, thank you so much. Everybody, have a great night. Take care. Crown Head Cigars. Take care, everybody.
Likewise.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Ciao.
Good night.
Tell my brothers to line them up. We'll drink that whiskey from those old dirty cups. We'll toast to the present, the future, and the past. This ain't my first drink, but I sure it ain't my last. 'Cause this world is so beautiful. I see its love come shining through. This world is so beautiful. I feel its love come shining through.